hello. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you, wherever you are, whatever time it is when you listen to this. Welcome to my channel. All right, so ultimately, right? Yeah, I figured out what it is that was going on in a lot of different little areas and whatnot. Um, for the most part, though, right? Saturn's retrograde right now, right? And within Saturn being retrograde, I mean Capricorn essence, along with quite a few other essences, will be coming up and coming out. One of the things is I noticed, right, that it's a person. She was cool with me at one point. I mean, she's still cool. I just can't really be around a lot of people right now. Like, I genuinely can't tolerate a lot of people right now. One of the things that was coming to me was, talking about your traumas all the time, uh, as a form of healing, right? I personally, I had to stop doing it. I had to stop. Yeah, I had to stop doing it because what people would do is they would reenact that exact same trauma on me again, so to speak, and that had been happening for fucking years. And with the amount of people, right, that were supposedly paying attention to me and all this other stuff, they lied so fucking much. Too many people lied too much, for no damn reason, because it's not like I'm an unreasonable person. And it was one of those, the bullshit of, oh, we were trying to make you grow and all this other stuff. It's like, motherfucker, I don't need you to help me grow. I need you to just help me with what I needed you to help me with. Yeah, I didn't need all of the extra shit. And that's not a part of like sisterhood and shit like that. Um, like, to no capacity. Uh, Even with understanding, what somebody else would have went through when I'm already helping a lot of them. That was one of the reasons why I was like, oh my goodness, why the fuck is everybody acting like this in regards to me? And the other thing I was gonna say is, yeah, because I know I'm gonna change the title of this. If they talking shit about me, or if they talk shit about me, it was because they owe me money, and because they owe me something. And for me, I don't do the, oh, you owe me this, you owe me that. No, it's one of those, you genuinely said it out your mouth that it was something that you were going to give me, and you wouldn't have given it to me for whatever fucking reason, primarily because you just didn't want to, or you was just talking out the side of your neck for clout and shit like that. So it was that portion. The other thing was, I was it was really coming to me a whole lot yesterday, especially how one of the things that had been brought back up, right? Yeah, because it's one of those, we could talk about things. It's one of those, no, you can't always talk about everything, because a lot of times when the solution is presented, it's like, no, that's not the solution. Yeah, with it being Saturn retrograde, ultimately what it's really boiling down to is, within it being Saturn retrograde during the Virgo Pisces axis, what it's really showing or really highlighting is uh the karmic implications that come from when you're younger and you wouldn't have been wise, versus you being older and you should have obtained that wisdom, is basically what that's boiling down to. And how it is, you will handle varying situations. I noticed that a lot of times when I had gotten relaxed, right, and this is a part of like the regulation of one's nervous system, and just as a reflection, a lot of times when I got relaxed, in my adult life since Samhain 2019, right when I would get relaxed, that'll be the moment that a motherfucker would feel like they can attack and do all this whole other dumb shit and shit to me. So in that regard, no, I ain't gonna have no, I ain't gonna tell nobody to bear with me. No, that's not a bear with me situation. That's a, you gotta prove yourself regardless. Because in those moments when I was gentler, a lot of people realistically, intentionally, all right, that's no problem, and we understand. My spirit family definitely will understand where I'm coming from in those regards, because they were lying to a lot of them about a lot of different shit that was going on, and making sure that they got what they needed out of it, but wouldn't help me work the damn with anything. And me personally, I be tired of having to remind a person of what it is that they fucked up with me. That's part of the whole situation. That's the difference If people are interested in knowing, that's the difference between Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Capricorn, realistically, they'll fuck you up and beat your ass in so many words, and then be like, "Well, why are you so upset? I had to do that." And it's one of those, no, the fuck, you didn't have to do none of the shit it is that you did. You just did that shit because you felt some type of fucking way. Uh, and then with the whole Virgo aspect, Virgos have a tendency to be that way as well. Tauruses, that's be yeah, because I noticed in the Earth sign house, right? Tauruses have a tendency to have a real bad rep, even amongst other Earth signs, primarily because they say, "Oh, you stubborn and all this other shit." But I've been manipulated a lot by a lot of varying people. When I was at the library, I saw a poet uh who she was cool at one point. I'm thinking next time I may not say anything to her at all though, considering what the conversation it was that was had. She didn't say nothing wrong. It was just that she was enlightened about what it was that been happening, which lets me know that the shit been circulating on social media a whole lot about even what happened with my kids. I can tolerate a lot of shit, but you bitches knowing that you fucked over my kids too, and then y'all want to try and play these damn games, and you not rectifying the situation, and you think I'm supposed to do shit for you. Very fucking annoying. Or even be friends with you. The other part of it was, yeah, because it's like it's the same people on repeat who would show up, and I don't like that. Nah, I really just don't like it. Um, because my thing is, I'm not about to be doing no readings in that regard for the same people who don't listen to the first time when I did it. See, I don't make the same mistakes over in those regards within friendships, so to speak, primarily because I learned my lessons that when you're a reader and a healer, you really don't have a lot of friends. A lot of people ain't they just not your friend. They want to utilize you for something. And I wouldn't even necessarily go say utilize because there is no fair exchange within it. They want to use you. Yeah, so it's one of those. Yeah, and then on top of that, it's one of those the thought process of you know I said, did nobody really help you with shit? No, nobody helped me with anything. I had to do it by myself. Even on the energetic aspect of things, I really did have to do a lot of shit by my damn self. And motherfuckers wanted to make it seem like, yeah, and they got a lot of attention based off of it. And even within the Alchemist Cove, I've been trying to figure out different ways that if I could remember people's names and shit, so I could block them from off of here too. Yeah, cause they got me fucked up. You're not finna be coming. You're not finna. No, don't, I just don't like that. I really don't like that. One of the things it was that I was really happy about though. Yeah, because I see that. Oh, the anger aspect. No, because in regards to it, I don't give a damn what kind of spell work a person does on me. In the anger aspect, I have a right to be angry about whatever I would be angry about. It's an emotion just like anything else. And if a person attempts to connect to me even in that regard, yeah, they get fucked up. So I'm not gonna trip off of that. I have a right to feel whatever the fuck it is I want to feel, especially in these moments when I'm finally processing shit out. I don't have to process my feelings out by talking all of the time. That'd be the biggest issue that people don't really understand in regards to me. Yeah, because I'm not telling them my business every 5 damn minutes. And the reason why, right? Her go ahead and say whatever you have to. The reason why I don't tell them none of my fucking business anymore at all, period, is because when I did tell them, look at what they did. That's a life lesson to keep shit private and keep shit to yourself, regardless of what or how a person would say, "Oh, you could trust me." I learned very early you can't trust people. I learned that when I was a little bitty girl, but as I got older, it was one of those just because I couldn't trust those people don't mean I can't trust these people. And even with them reminding me of a lot of the fuckery and fuck shit that other people did, I still gave them a chance and to show and prove themselves. And when they proved that they were just like the other person, it was one of those, it just confirmed my intuition and reaffirmed that, you know, there are certain qualities and traits that come into place with certain people and zodiac signs, right? So it's that part. The other portion of it is, um, I don't know who calling me by my first name. I don't know who it is that's calling me by my first name, but what I do know is, yeah, I keep hearing people say, Janet, Janet. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that because at this point, I don't need to reach out to you. You're supposed to reach out to me when you're trying to fix shit with me. You supposed to figure this shit out with how you supposed to make it right with me, not the other way around. And that be typically the problem. Yeah, that's the reason why I was like, you know what, I don't want to work with another. I don't really care to work with organizations. I don't really care to work with people that I've known for years, because within me knowing them for years, they pretty much just showed me exactly how they really felt about me within over these past few years. It's like, yeah, I've known you for this long, but you turned around and you did that kind of dumb shit all because I wasn't telling you my business every 5 minutes, and what you did know about what you assumed. Uh, yeah, after like year two, I had given up on the whole romantic aspect of shit. It was just one of those, okay, it wasn't even necessarily something to do. One of the other things that had came to Yeah, one of the other things that had came to me was it wasn't my idea to do yeah, it wasn't my idea to be like polyamorous or anything like that. Real shit. Uh I noticed it's a lot of men over the years that I've converse with, they all do this same thing, right? Where they feel like it's too much to be in a relationship with someone, so they feel like they in they quote unquote king shit, so the woman can have a lover on the side, and it's one of those. It's one of those. If that ain't a way of saying that I'm fucking somebody else and I don't want to just fuck you, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. So it's that part. The other thing of it that kind of came into place was with me reviewing a lot of different situations that had been going on. Yeah, it's like a bunch of people having feeling like, for real, I don't like that. Her say whatever you have to, like with any of the organization. I don't like that they feel like I have to help them when I already helped them, and they were talking shit about me the entire time that I was already doing what I yeah fulfilling what I needed to with them. But it was one of those, yeah, just reviewing everything, and I was like, oh my god, why the fuck is these people even giving a fuck about anything I did? You didn't give a shit about me when you was building the shit in 3D. Why the fuck you give a fuck about me now? Yeah, that's just weird to me. People just being fucking weird for no reason, and I ain't never really been down with it, and that's part of the reason why a lot of people or would be or feel some type of way. And it's like, okay, you're not at a level where you're even allowed to feel that type of way. Damn, yeah, because these motherfuckers, when I was helping out, it was damn the budget, but I wasn't a part of the budget. I wasn't a part of the budget. I was a part of the blessing, but I wasn't a part of the priority in the budget. So it's like, okay, well, let's just leave well enough to fuck alone. Let me go as long as I'm getting my own shit. And now the fact that I'm dead, they made it so difficult for me to get my own. It was one of those, damn. Yeah, that's what it makes me be like, you know what? I don't want shit to do with none of y'all. Y'all can kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck what your position is. Cause you wanna know what it really is, y'all. My bad, y'all. All right, like with the sororities, uh, and fraternities, yeah, sororities and the fraternities. Like people don't understand when I was doing the readings and stuff, the people who was coming to me to ask me, if this person is reliable, or if this organization is reliable, or if that organization is reliable. They had biases against the quote unquote talented tip. They had a lot of biases against them. And during the reading, I'm defending them. And then now it's like, I understand why you have that bias. And I even understand why you don't want to work with them. Yeah, because it's one of those damn. I yeah, it was like, if you on their side, they feel like it's okay for you to fuck them, or it's okay for them to fuck you over. Now yeah, it was like, no, I wasn't supporting them because I wanted to be one. I was supporting them because I knew they needed the help. But it's one of those, even with all of the situations that was going on, it was like, damn, it was all these damn black people who intentionally did this shit to me, knowing what it is that I stood for. And it was a lot of black men that were jealous of me. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those. Now I see why you have the reputation it is that you have, and why you make it, because in that regard, they make it difficult to love and appreciate them in totality. They really made it very difficult for me to even want to even look at them, like, period, to any capacity. One of the things, yeah, no, because I had seen, her name is Michelle Kruger. Yeah, she's part of the old life and old paradigm. A lot of them are a part of that old life and old paradigm of, me giving people the benefit of the doubt and being like, okay, well, I see this good in them. Let me nurture the good it is that they have in them. Yeah, because they know that they get blood. Here's the deal that comes into place when you're dealing with certain organizations and shit. They knew what blessings it was that they were getting from assisting me, and they still decided to play games and shit. Like, that was part of the exploitation that was really coming into place with for me. Uh Yeah, well, when it came to it for me, because I saw the way that they treated the unhoused, and I saw the way that they had treated abused people, and it was one of those. Oh well, since you've been abused already, ain't nobody gonna believe that we abusing you. We could just easily make it seem like, oh yeah, you mixing us up with somebody else. It's one of those. Nah, bitch, I ain't mixing nobody else up with none of y'all. I know exactly who is and exactly who isn't, exactly what is and exactly what isn't. And ultimately, I already helped everybody out that I was supposed to. I think that's the part that they keep fucking forgetting. See, I didn't, by right, I could have did them, I could have pulled a them on them. And a lot of people are upset because I didn't pull a them on them. See, I finished out what it was that I needed to do and what it was I was assigned to do, and they didn't do their part. So all that matters in the ethers, realistically, is that I did my part. They didn't do theirs. That ain't got nothing to do with that won't affect me later on down the line because they fucked up. And the thing is, I gave the benefit of the doubt in that regard because it's one of those, the reward system. Yeah, it was kind of like one of those, you do good, you put good out there, you get good back. But that mutable bullshit of, okay, I put enough good out there, so now I can fuck up. It's one of those, nah. When you didn't fucked up to so much of a capacity, you don't get to play that game with nothing and with nobody. So there was that portion. One of the things I kept hearing a whole lot is about people being sorry. You're not. If you're an organization, yeah, that's the other thing, because it's like with a lot of the black-led organizations, when you act like the oppressor, yeah, they act like racist white people. And that's why the bourgeoisie and all of them, that's why they have the reputation it is that they currently have, because you acting just like the oppressor, especially when you are dealing in regards to me. So it was just one of those. I heard you don't feel no love towards those people at all. It's not that I don't feel no love towards those people at all. It's just that I learned how to ensure that they can't take advantage of my heart again just because they dressed up in a certain fucking color and they sat around and chanted and they talked about my ass and spoke me up so fucking much like I'm Candyman slash Beetlejuice up in this bitch. Yeah, no. You don't get to play those types of games with people. Mm-mm. And on top of that, yeah, after you finish with me, yeah, I'll be the last motherfucker you do it to. That typically be how shit rolls, rocks and rolls, and I just being patient right now. But yeah, I don't like having to call her, uh, or even talk to them so much to ask them for help. When the reality is, you got me asking people for help that they need help themselves. And within me providing the assistance that I have for them, they don't listen to what it is I tell them to do in order to make themselves better in totality. In short, when you the ace in the hole, that's what this is really boiling down to. When you're a person's ace in a hole, and then it was something about that was coming to me about being an ace boon coon and all this other shit. That's like old slang talk and a play on the derogatory statements of one being called a coon, so to speak. So it was that. But other than that, though, no, I mean, technically I feel okay. It's just a matter of all of the different stuff, right? That's been kind of coming up. And my disappointment. That's what it really boils down to. It was a matter of disappointment because people believe that, oh, yeah, because my vacations, which I constitute as my vacations, like me going to New Orleans, sure enough, I took pictures and all the other stuff, but that wasn't a vacation for me. Just the same as with me going to Atlanta. That wasn't a fucking vacation for me. I had spiritual missions and shit it is that I had to do there. I didn't get to relax. I didn't get to go and enjoy myself and see the fucking sights and shit. And the only time that motherfuckers think that I'm supposed to be able to do that is as a staycation in fucking St. Louis. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's why I don't like nobody here. I was talking about that today. It's like, no, I don't really like these motherfuckers. They know I don't really care for them in that regard. A lot of people on those different levels, they know I don't like them and they know what I'm not supposed to. I think that's the part that a lot of people fuck up with. They believe that it's okay for them to mistreat you. And then when you speak on them mistreating you, Diamond Divas, yeah, with the whole Diamond Divas thing, no, because it was coming to me and stuff. It was like, okay, yeah, that's a pretty poem and that's a pretty word, but the action behind it requires for you to be independent. And when they in themselves have taken taken you for granted in that regard, that's problematic too. Under the guise of partnership or yeah, being a friend and stuff, and not understanding and not even not understanding. Let me go ahead and put it out. I wasn't respected. I don't like for people to disrespect me. I don't give a fuck how old you are or who you know or what you got out of it. Don't disrespect me. And that's what ended up happening with them a whole lot. Because when I was walking back, it was about the whole saying of, you got to get it out the mud. Bitch, that is so what you basically was telling me with me being a part of or having to endure domestic violence and being a diamond in the rough, that means I gotta be in the mud before you fucking help me. Nope, no thank you. I'll pass. Yeah, because opposed to it being realistically domestic violence awareness, it was supposed to be domestic violence prevention. Don't steal my shit because I already put it on her with that. So that's Alchemist Cove shit, and I'm in the process of looking into a way to make sure that even the ideas and stuff I speak on here just stay with me, because that's how they done got my ass several times over with they planning and all this other stuff. That's why they be thinking that I'm supposed to show up to their events and shit. And it's one of those, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not finna be doing that. Y'all finna leave me the fuck alone. How about that? Because you were unfair to me, and you expect for me to be all super loving and caring and all this other stuff, and it's like, nah, that's not how that's supposed to go. It's not how it's supposed to go. And a lot of people like for it to go that way because it's so many of them and it's just me, and it's one of those that's a disadvantage for you for it to be so many of you and just one of me, because that make all of y'all look fucked up opposed to it being just me being messed up. It looks like y'all, it make y'all look ridiculous. It really, really do. The other thing was, I had been seeing, the whole girl code, boy code, bro code, being a girl's girl, and all this other stuff. People need to first learn how to come into grips with who they are before they can partner with and say that there's any type of code, because y'all forgot the code. So many people forgot the code in totality all across the damn board, and in belief and with hopes of there being solidarity. And in that solidarity, you pretty much just let it be known how untrustworthy you are and how much personal gain it is that you're willing to get out of a situation. And what it is, yeah, it's one of those, oh well, it's just a sacrifice from this one person. It's okay. It's okay, don't worry. And what ended up happening was I paid attention to what it is that was going on in varying functions and varying aspects. So there's that. Um, no, I don't. I stopped wanting to be friends with people a long time ago. I stopped being friends with them when they didn't do what they said they would do, but I had to do what I had to do. That's what ended the friendship. That's what ended the contract. That's what ended the agreements. That's what ended every spiritual aspect, when organization or not. And sure, when I get disrespected or with them me being disrespected, they pretty much cancel shit. Period. And then not only were they doing it to me, but they intended to do it, or they did it to my kids and shit too. So it's like, nope, I can't play those types of games with people. Uh, in short, yeah, in short, I'm realistically just paying attention to in Saturn retrograde, right? Yeah, how and it was something that was stated, yeah, by a person. Like one minute he told me he was, he had his own crib and all this other stuff. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be in a message on the wind or whatever, what have you. And then the next minute, yeah, stop delivering messages on the wind. Stop doing that, everybody. Stop doing that. Don't deliver no message on the wind to me from no motherfucking body that you think. Yeah, just go ahead, keep shit cordial, right? And yeah, within the whole shutdown aspect of it, that's the other reason why I really don't want to be in St. Louis, like at all, because too many people like playing their damn game. But in any event, 1 minute, nah, cause it's this not even the same person. That's the thing that be fucking with me a lot. This person, he worked at Snooks, and the first thing he told me was that no, I'm not interested in them, but I pay attention to conversation, every conversation. 1 minute it was that he had his own place, and the next minute it was about somebody. Uh, well, today it was basically that he was involved with somebody and how she lost her place and all this other stuff. And it was one of those, okay, either you telling me a story for somebody else, or this is the truth about what it is that you told me behind it. Either way it goes, it's inconsistent, and I don't like it. And nobody should have to ask for that much fucking help from somebody, especially if you're knocking somebody down. That's the biggest issue that keep coming into place. Men having the expectation that women are supposed to have sex with them, yeah, in order for them to just do right by them. And that's something that's been going on. I've been talking about and combating even Muslim community. Even then, I had to tell a lot of the older gentlemen in those regards, why does it have to be that it's a romantic relationship involved when you're supposed to be a man? That's a part of you being a man, period. You see a woman who need help, you're supposed to just help them. Women are, I'm the type, but then too, that's probably because my paradigm is completely different than everybody else's, and the world don't understand my paradigm. I had to, yeah, my poems, the poems it is that I write, and the things it is that I say, I definitely, I live by 'em. So within me living by my words, it's a whole different situation with everybody else. But on the upside, what I'm hoping that happens and takes place is things get better. I had predicted this, I want to say about maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was on one of my readings where it was a karmic situation that was going on with Taurus and the Taurian aspect. And within me understanding it, it was um, too many people who were playing a lot of different little games and stuff with the knowledge and information it is that they had. So, uh, and then wondering why it is. I don't have a problem with being like, you know what, nah, I can't really deal with nothing that you're talking about. I can't deal with what anybody is talking about in these moments. Yeah, I can't pause. I can relate to their pain because they put me through it. So they realistically just feeling what it was what I've already felt. That's not you being an empath. That's you having to experience what you did to somebody else on a first hand experience. Well, I heard so many people being hurt. Okay, that's something that you should have thought about. That was definitely something that I thought about, which is why I took so long or I gave so much leeway so that things could be fixed. But when it wasn't fixed, and in addition to that, when you go to an organization and say, "This is what you did to me. I need you to fix this," and they just play like, "Oh well, we didn't do this," and they want to do the catty shit. It's one of those, bitch. I'll just bypass all that because I already know the personalities of the head. So why do I need to even bother myself or trouble myself with trying to assist that situation to any capacity? So, the other part of it is, it's not like I haven't spoken on these situations and issues beforehand. Thus, the reason why I wrote that letter. Do I need to put the letter back up? I think I might need to put the letter back up to remind y'all. A lot of different things have already manifested, so to speak, from what it is that I saw that was going on. Uh, yeah, from other spaces. So, yeah, in that regard, I'm cool because I know I told the truth. I ain't got to worry about shit when I'm being honest. When the honest person doesn't have to trip off a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, it ain't no way in hell. Nope, I will not help. Nope. Y'all will be fine. Y'all remember y'all had it figured out beforehand. You should have it figured out now. That's not too much at all. At this point though, yeah, my hands been itching, my feet been itching. Last time that happened, it was a whole bunch of good stuff. But what was I saying? As I predicted it, with the different parts of the world, right? With the world card that represents Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or fixed essence, and ultimately at any given time, each different part of the world was in that particular type of essence, whether it was Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio, right? and it was realistically in regards to the it was realistically in regards to the fixed mindset that comes into place on a humanitarian level of what it is to be stable and practical, and recognizing the culture that will come into place with one being stable and practical. In short, for every organization and every quote unquote program it is that I was involved in, they all heard, oh, that looks good. Yeah, okay. But they all heard what it was that needed to be done, and they all made a conscious choice to leave out the stable aspect or having the relevance of my stability within me assisting them. Yeah, the bare minimum that came into place with it. And it was one of those, okay, well, since this is how you feel about it. No, because I didn't want to work for Diamond Divas to that capacity because I know they would have took up too much of my damn time. Pretty much, in short, working with the organizations, what they were doing was the same thing that the white people was doing to me. I'm going to have you do these readings. And I know you're a reader. I ain't gonna pay you for that, but I'm gonna pay you if you come here. And it's one of those. Then what was the point of me even doing a damn reading to begin with? Yeah, nah. What was the point of me doing a reading to help you and to begin with when that's my business? You didn't support my business, but you want me to support your organization because it's a nonprofit. Get the fuck out of here. You didn't help. You didn't help mine. You didn't help me. So I helped you, and I did everything I was supposed to for you. So now just leave well enough alone. Leave it alone. Let the shit go, and it's okay to leave it alone and let it go. I've been trying to let. Yeah, I was letting the shit go for and it so long. So when I was, let me just go ahead and go on about my damn day. Heard what about with Section 8? Same shit happened with Section 8. I don't, because when you live in a small town, here's the deal, we the biggest little city there is. Everybody knows everybody. So heard that's where they fucked up at. That's definitely where they fucked up at. Because they was playing, because I noticed that the case manager, she was playing the same damn game along with them. And it's one of those, who the fuck do you know? And then when I went to even look at the apartment, it was a Delta who had showed me the apartment, and she was basically, yeah, siding with the bullshit that would have came into place. And it's one of those, you know what? I can't trust none of y'all at this point. I really just can't trust you. And since I can't trust you, it just is what it is. Y'all, and here's the deal that was really funny. They didn't they didn't trust me to be able to maintain my own stability. They didn't, but they trusted me to provide for them and theirs. That don't make sense at all. It really didn't. Yeah, and that's not love. That's not love at all. They trusted me to ensure that they would have healing and have good direction, but they didn't trust me to take care of my own self and my kids. No, they didn't stand up for me at all in the faces of adversity. So I just went on about my damn day. And the thought process was because I knew who the mayor is now, I didn't have a good experience at all with Kara Spencer. None whatsoever. She didn't do her job as alderman. And on top of that, I ain't even gonna lie, I feel some type of way about her when it comes to what she did with Gunther. I did. Everybody wants to judge me all based off of my shit. Well, guess what? You get that same type of judgment that you give to others. That judgment that you put out there is the same judgment that you get back. Darren, oh, this must be Monty that I'm talking to. Cause yeah, oh no, with Betty and Darren, Betty, I told Betty, and she kind of pisses me off because she's a Taurus Gemini cusp person. She tries to fall under the guise of Taurus, but she has a lot of toxic Gemini traits. So, but nah, with what happened with that situation, Darren, he had told me that he wished that I was his wife. Yeah, that was the downfall of everything. Him telling me that he wished that I was his wife opposed to the woman that was housing him, fucking him, feeding him, dealing with his bullshit, and then she stood by him in that opposed to correcting him. It was one of those I can't live in this dysfunction, like to no capacity. And what it really did was it made me see the reality that people like assisting those who are incapable of helping themselves opposed to helping somebody that can do, yeah, who could take what's given to them and make it stretch. And in addition to that, yeah, because I noticed that it was a whole bunch of motherfuckers who felt like any piece of money that I get, anything I get is supposed to go to them. And it's like that's financial abuse. Even on the spiritual side, with me doing prosperity rituals and me making sure that what I do on the spiritual side gets taken care of. I didn't have to do that. I think people like really fucked up and forgot in that regard. I don't have I didn't no one has to do that for you because yeah, I don't even in any dogma. None of them had to do that for you. Everybody could have made a different choice, and just like you made a different choice. But yeah, so ultimately, within uh, the Taurian aspect, so to speak, and the stability and practicality that would come into place with it, it's like okay, yeah, I don't really want to hear nobody's mouth, even on the energetic level, because I'm watching the readings, the different readings, and I'm supposed to watch a lot of different readings. That's why when it comes up in a reading, oh, you've been watching too many. No, mind your business. I haven't been watching too many. I'm doing my fucking job. But seeing how many different people it is that they're affecting is very bothersome too within for me. It really, really is. And the other part of it being that someone wants me to be molded after another person. And it's one of those that's not how I'm set up. I'm not supposed to do shit just the exact same way that you do it. Just like I don't expect for people to do things the exact way that I do it. We don't have the same position, and that's respectfully because the messages that they will have to get out that I would need to deduce or whatnot from them as a reader is tainted when they say certain things and when they do things in a certain way. It's one of those, okay, I just got to bypass all that and just take what I need, leave the rest. But sometimes yeah, with the way my mind is, it's one of those, you know what, I want to scrap this whole damn thing because I want to scrap the whole damn read. Yeah, because of one or two things that would have been said, and it's because discernment wasn't there within the delivering of the messages. So there's that. But other than that, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm about to eat. I am about to eat. Uh, and realistically, just like I said, if you want to make an appointment, it's best if people make appointments with me, uh, paid appointments, because me just talk because that's the other way that getting over now. That's the way they're getting over now. with talking to me about they different little stuff, and it's one of those, okay, you talking to me, but it realistically, and then yeah, because then I'll be deemed as stuck up and snooty and being a bitch if I just be like, you know what, nah, I can't even talk to you. It costs to talk to me. It costs for me to have a conversation. Then everybody gonna be like, oh my god, I can't even talk to you for free. Well, no, you really can't. Yeah, because that's where everything is kind of moving to. But in that regard, all right, let me get off here. I feel like I didn't stated enough. I might do a reading at some point. Tomorrow is Saturday, and it's a little bit, yeah, things have a tendency to be a little bit better over the weekend for me. Oh yeah, no, I've been getting. I guess you could say, if I'm asking for it in real life, like me asking a person for $1 or something, I guess that hurt. That's not a donation. That's you begging. I mean, I guess either way it go, I need it and I got it, and I'm thankful for it. And people believe, yeah, and people believe what I post on my social media. That means that I would have got this buku amount of money and all this other shit. That's what happens when people don't mind their business. One of the things that I will say before I got off here, in the stability and practicality of the culture of being a humanitarian and recognizing what it is that goes on when a person is setting themselves apart so that there can be balance in their ambition of what it is that they nurture within being a young adult going into their old age, and there being communication of their awareness is, I get held responsible for what I do in 3D in real life. And regardless of what somebody makes it seem like in 4D, that don't matter. Is going to be based off of what it is I actually see and actually feel, opposed to what it is somebody believe wants someone else to believe. That be the reason why I stay to myself a whole lot, and why I don't ask people for help a whole lot with like anything. And that was definitely something. Her, was it anything else? Pearl Richardson been coming up a whole lot, so I don't know what the deal with that is. My yeah, with my grandmama and them. I know that they had land and a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm pretty sure a lot of that got sold off when she passed away. I probably got to find out where she buried it so I can go visit her grave. If she has one, yeah, because I didn't even go to. I was too busy being bombarded and shoved into the fucking ground by fucking Black Man Bill and goddamn me Diamond Divas and the motherfucking Action St. Louis and stupid ass Mission St. Louis, to where I don't know where the fuck my great grandmother is buried, bitch. How about that? My dumbass great aunt Janet and stupid ass Jackie. I got too many dumbass people who have been around me for a really long time to where I missed out on a lot of that type of shit. So I got to get caught up on that. So if yeah, so when I say, you know what, nah, I don't want shit to do with that situation because I'm trying to handle some other situations, leave me the fuck alone because I don't bother people with shit. I really don't. I pretty much keep to my damn self, and I don't do a whole bunch of griping and complaining and bitching and moaning about nothing that would be going on because I was raised better than that. It's not my fault if these grown ass motherfuckers didn't work raised. I'm not finna be raising no damn body. That's why I prefer to work with kids opposed to working with fucking adults. No, serious. It's only a few adults. It's only a few adults that I can really click with. Kids, kids get it because they want to know how to do the shit right. Adults, y'all, no, just anyway. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Heard you're not gonna say light and love. Fuck no, I ain't saying light and love. For what? Why would I do that? When I said, come on now. I just played all this music today, and everybody felt like because I played all this music today, that means I must have money and I must be in a good mood and I'm supposed to share everything. Get the y'all do too much. Y'all do too much. In short, one of the things that come into place with self care that I have personally learned And I seen it was an African dude who said it, and it was a reel. I think I posted it. It was from a while ago. Sometimes self care is just taking one day and being what is constituted as a quote unquote female dog. In short, I get called bitch so much. Now you seeing me act like what you constitute as a bitch and you feel some type of way. Yeah, some stupid people they like this shit. And it's one of those, ew, you're weird. Because I wouldn't want nobody being mean to me all the damn time and who don't want to talk to me and who feel like I didn't treated them so bad. No, you don't. No, that's that cancer shit. That's that weird ass water sign shit. Ew. No, I don't play on people's emotions like that. If I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. And if I need a break from your ass, I just need a fucking break from your ass. A lot of y'all people don't really realize how stressful you really fucking are. You're really fucking stressful. As friends, as companions, as everything. And just know, if you really wanted to fucking help, you would definitely just do whatever it is that would be necessary. How you gonna feel like you can make me jump through loops and shit, but you won't do the same? Mm-mm. Opposed to teaching an old dog new tricks, some dogs need to teach themselves some tricks, period.